Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're the Movie Couple. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And we're going to go ahead and get into episodes 1 and 2 for Agatha All Along. This is a review, and if you're curious about if we're going to be doing a reaction for it or not, yes we are. We in fact just finished watching episodes 1 and 2. So we're going to remain spoiler free as much as possible, obviously, except for referring to what they've shown in the trailers. We will be talking about those footages. So if you consider that to be spoiler, then maybe hold off on watching this review. Now, I was really excited for the spin-off for Agatha because I thought she was a really interesting character. I thought Catherine Hahn did such an amazing job with the character. I couldn't wait for her to kind of, get her solo show and learn a little bit more about maybe her backstory and see where she goes and how she potentially could fit into the MCU in the future.
Yeah, and something I was also really interested in learning more about was this world of witches that they really have set up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So because we know a little bit of Agatha's backstory about how she got her powers, that she pretty much took all of the powers from her previous coven and also from her mom, because she was reading the Darkhold. So it's really cool to see, okay, now she has no more powers. She's getting out of that spell that Wanda put her in. And we saw in the trailer that there were certain witches that were willing to work with Agatha in order to go down the witch's road in order to get her powers back. But of course, what witch in their right mind would actually be a part of Agatha Harkness's coven, right?
She's got a certain specific reputation, if you will, that make the witches go, no thanks, Agatha. Another thing I really like about the show, The Audition, so not only we get to see and find out more about Agatha Harkness, her origin, we get to see Catherine Hahn again in the role, is the addition of Aubrey Plaza. In the first episode, she calls herself Rio, and I personally think Aubrey Plaza is made for a show like this. Like, it's her aesthetic, it's her vibe, and she's very intense too as the character. However, I will say, during the show, she is there for when Agatha is still under the influence of the spell left by Wanda, but there is some stuff that happens once the spell is broken, and again, you see that in the trailer. I don't consider that to be a spoiler because they just as much
they show you breaking out of the spell.
Like when she comes up and she's in her like black and white form from Wandavision. There was a little bit of a conversation, an encounter with the two of them that I feel like is a little bit of a plot hole where I felt like they kind of dragged it on, and I like in the moment I was like, why would this character suddenly make this decision? It doesn't make sense. On the flip side of it, if she didn't make the decision and she just did what she wanted to Agatha right there and then, I don't think we'd have a show. So I get why, but the character choice doesn't seem consistent with like all the intention that the character had literally moments before.
Yeah, and so far, that's kind of my big qualm about the two episodes, is the fact that it does kind of seem that they're just kind of like, okay, let's ignore what people would logically probably do, but we just need to push this story forward, get the intro out of the way, and I'm excited just to see the adventure down the witch's road. Yes. I'm kind of wanting, right now with a lot of like Disney Plus shows like Acolyte and Secret Invasion, they really needed to nail the landing. With this show, it seems like you could just have fun going with this group of witches down this road and kind of have like a Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz kind of storyline. Mm-hmm. And just, it's more about the journey than the destination. Yeah. And I feel like at the end of episode 2, the adventure begins. And I'm really excited to kind of see where they're taking this whole new world, so to speak, of witches and witchcraft, and to kind of begin this journey into this wilderness that we've never experienced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
As far as pacing of the show goes, I feel like it is a little bit slow, but I feel like that tends to be the case. Not for every single Disney Plus show, but it tends to be the case because they need to set the foundation of it, and you need that to move the story forward, and generally it's like episodes 3 and 4 it really picks right back up, so I can't wait to see those come out. I will also say that I do like the chemistry between once Agatha starts assembling her coven. Their chemistry is really good. There's a lot of like that could be back and forth between all the actors, and I feel like they're having a lot of fun in these scenes. And another highlight of the show is Joe Locke. I'm hoping that I'm saying his last name correctly. Plays Teen, which everybody is speculating right now. A lot of people, I'm not going to say everybody, a lot of people are speculating that that could be Wiccan. And there's a little cool element where like there's a reason why we don't exactly know if he is or not, but we won't spoil that for you.
Yeah, why they call him just Teen.
Yeah, so there's a cool element there, but like his performance I really like, and adds a whole different vibe to the show. Are you a little eh?
I mean, the other characters right now just seem to be kind of placeholders for me. I feel like all of the charisma is coming from Catherine Hahn.
Oh, naturally.
Right now,
And
she is the one that's kind of carrying the show. I hope that does change. I feel right now that this show has potential.
It does have potential.
I feel like you're right. It does kind of have a slow beginning. I'm kind of like, okay, come on. We could have cut some of this. We could have gotten to the road a little bit sooner so we could get to this adventure.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this adventure does start off right at episode 3, and we're able to get some more fun and exciting moments. Because right now, I don't think it's bad. But I don't think it's, I mean, I'm not like super excited about it.
Right, no, I can see that. It's because some of the character choices and the pacing a little bit does feel like it's a bit of a slow burn, if you will. One of the things that we noticed while we're watching the show is if we weren't us and we're not paying attention to like all the millions of movies and series that Marvel have been cranking out in the past 20-some years, if no one told me that Agatha Harkness was a spin-off of WandaVision, essentially a Marvel television series, I would have no idea. There's nothing in this specifically that makes me go, huh, Marvel. Like little bits hinted there. A little
bit. They
because
mentioned
of Scarlet
it like,
Witch.
Yeah.
Because of the tie
One or
to
two
that.
mentions of her.
But it's very, after the first episode especially, I think it's quite minimal. And it's kind of fun to kind of watch a show and go, oh, doesn't really feel, and it's not, I'm not saying that to say, oh, that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just something that I noticed.
It's nice to kind of get away from the Avengers, from all the superheroes and all this Marvel Cinematic Universe, and kind of be able to tell your own little nice confined story.
And it's, of course, we're heading right into fall. It's September, mid-September right now. So like
Perfect time for witches.
Such a perfect time for witches. And there are some really creepy elements in episode 2 especially that I especially liked. So with that said, you guys, that is our overall thoughts for episodes 1 and 2 of Agatha All Along. Again, our reactions will be out a little bit later. We've got a lot of stuff going on, so we'll get to editing them as soon as we can. Also, for episodes 3 and 4, we maybe will be late. We're probably going to be late.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to be late.
We're not going to be here, so we'll be traveling. So please be patient with us and wait for us, and we will be back when we do come back with the remaining reactions.
We'll hit the ground running. We'll hit the road running.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Once you've seen the series, or at least the first 2 episodes, let us know your thoughts by commenting below this video.
But keep it spoiler free.
Yes, keep it spoiler free. For you must do spoilers, please give others a spoiler warning in your comments. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.